biggest thing I would say about the trends in high-performance homes and why it's going to be so critical for the housing industry, for home builders, for everyone involved, is that you better watch out for the informed consumer. Essentially, homeowners, home buyers, everyone out in the marketplace are certainly going to the internet and the websites to get content, and that's great. 90% of home buyers, for instance, go to a website before they go buy a home. But the amount of content they're getting right now is a fraction of what it will be. So watch out for the informed consumer. There's so many things that consumers will know that are directly related to high performance. And if you're going to ignore that smarter consumer, you're taking a risk in the industry. And I think we have the solution so you can position yourself today as a leader that understands that and will have a long history of delivering a better experience for the American home buyer.
I've been involved with the industry long enough to see all the great strides that we've made in the last 10 or 15 years, which has been a real journey of showing the very basics to the industry in terms of how to move forward on a high performance path. But now that we've gotten there, you can just see how much further we can go and want to go to really deliver the experience to homeowners that most don't even know is available to them still today.
Americans are increasingly interested in greener, safer, healthier, more efficient homes. Now, they might not be able to articulate it that way, but bottom line, their home is where they're raising their families, and so they want it to be cozy and safe and nurturing. When we ask in our surveys of people that have said, I am intending to buy a new home, we give them a list of here 20 features. Which of these are must-haves in your new home? The top 5 must-haves are all either energy efficient or water efficient. So people want this, and they just might not say the words the right way, or they might not ask for it the right way.
What we see today is really trying to help people become more approachable to that concept through what the consumer is actually going to experience. Comfort, health, safety, living in a home that's affordable as well as high performance.
So the trends I see in the building science industry really starting at both ends. You've got the push and the pull. The push part is building codes keep improving, and so there's the advancement of every region of the country that's adopting new building codes is bringing the whole market up to a level, a playing field that frankly would be considered advanced just a few years ago. Next layer up would be Energy Star, which is a voluntary program that helps as above code to allow builders that want to differentiate themselves beyond code to show that, hey, we can have a home that performs better. Often utility incentives are tied into that to encourage builders to participate in that program, all the way to zero energy homes themselves that have both local generation and very advanced building science techniques. So it's a full spectrum that is in place, and the trends are moving strongly in that direction.
So I would challenge all builders and manufacturers to get ahead of the market. The interest is there. People are getting increasingly concerned about climate and what's happening. They are beginning to feel like I should do something. They don't know what to do. They don't connect their homes to the problem or solution. So I think there's an opportunity for builders and manufacturers to be leaders and to speak to the things that people are concerned about, the things that people desire with the right solutions that consumers just don't know how to articulate. They just don't know how to say, oh, I want a home that does this, but yet they do want it. So the wise leading builders and manufacturers will recognize what it is people actually care about. They'll build products, they'll build homes for that, and the money will be there.
We recognize very often it takes more first cost investment to get a home to high performance. I have to say not always, but clearly often it does. And even when it does, we're going to have to also be prepared for that smarter home buyer that's going to realize that they're not going to care so much about that sticker price as much as the ownership cost. They're investing in a higher value product. They're going to be owning something that has more value. And every month to have that higher value asset, because the incremental mortgage for the improvements will often be so much less than the incremental savings every month to own it or to pay the utility bills, it costs less per month to own it. And that will become much more obvious to home buyers, and that's the kind of our challenge to move forward and get consumers this kind of information.